स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे 8 7 36 or 37. Can you hear me? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Maharaj, we can hear you.
Okay. So you may not. Okay. And it is verse number 36 or 36. Okay. I have opened 37. So let me go to 36. Okay. So Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So text number 38 7 36. Sri Shuka
Yes, Maharaj. I was sorry. I was away from the phone. It's 36.
36. Okay. Tad Viksha Vyasanam Tasam Kripaya Bhrasta Piditaha Sarvabhuta Sura Deva Idam Ah Satim Priyam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Bhakta Vranda ki jai. Srila Sukdev Goswami continued, Lord Shiva is always benevolent towards all living entities. When he saw that the living entities were very much disturbed by the poison which was spreading everywhere, he was very compassionate. Thus he spoke to his eternal consort Sati as follows. So Parvati came later on when Daksha Prajapati's daughter, who is Sati, then she gave her body later on in the Daksha's fire sacrifice. And Daksha, Lord Shiva, when he knew, he became very angry and he sent so many his ganas to kill the Daksha. And later on, Daksha was killed, and anyway, that was then his head was given like goat's head. Daksha was reborn again later on from Prachitas and his wife. So we'll take the next verse, and so text number 37. Sri Shiva Uvacha Ahobad Bhavanya Etad Prajanam Pasya Vaishasam Shirodam Shiroda Mathano Bhutat Kaka Kurtada Upas Thitam. So Lord Shiva said, My dear Bhavani, just see how all these living entities have been placed in danger because of the poison produced from the churning of the ocean of milk. So ocean of milk was churned by demons and devotees together. It's a very rare that demons and devotees they meet, because this wrong association creates a lot of problem. So, so devotees don't want to mix with and work with or partner with any demons or asuras. But here they have to do, they were doing it on the advice of the Supreme Lord, that you make a truce. Now your position is very weak. Krishna wanted this milk ocean to be churned. That way, the people they could come, means Mohini avatar and churning the milk ocean, and there was many incarnation. So that way, by reading this, we become more and more purified, and by purification, not only that we get purified, we could remember Krishna, we could be closer to Krishna, we could become a devotee. So that way, and if some of the demons they get association of the devotees, they may change their heart. Otherwise, it's very difficult for the asuras. And also Krishna says that you should not preach or associate with non-devotees. But devotees are more kind, more compassionate, and then they go out of their way to liberate the uh, people who are atheistic, give them some Krishna consciousness. So in this way, Krishna arranged for this. So there is some Bhagavatam could be sung, and by remembering these pastimes, we, the other people, whoever comes in touch with Bhagavatam or listens to the Bhagavatam or recites the Bhagavatam or arranges for the Bhagavatam, or the place becomes very, very purified where Bhagavatam is, the body is Krishna himself. Bhagavatam should always be respected. So those are many things are achieved by these pastimes. Krishna wanted that milk ocean to be churned, and you already heard about that milk ocean. That would happen later on, but that Mandarachal mountain was brought, and both demons and this. So they made a truce, Indra and Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj was grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, and Prahlad Maharaj was given a blessing, although he did not accept any. But he says, in your family, anybody who comes, I would not kill him. So Banasur, after this, Bali Maharaj, his grandson, or later on, Banasur came, whose daughter was Usha. And Usha fell in love with Aniruddhaji, Pradyumna's son, Krishna's grandson. And so she was all the time crying, and her friend was Chitralekha. So she told that her problem. And so what Chitralekha was Yogini also. And she made many pictures. And she made the picture of Krishna. Then she felt so much because her family members, they are looking alike, but she became shameful, bashful. Later on, Pradyumna, then she showed about the Aniruddhaji. When Aniruddhaji, oh yes, this is him. And then Yogini, she brought him overnight, and he was living with Chitra, with Usha in the Banasursa palace. But later on, when so there was a fight because the guards tell that your daughter is with some man. There was fight at Krishna uh, and Balramji. They all came in the fight to get Aniruddhaji out of their home, but he imprisoned him. They were fighting. Aniruddha fought very bravely, and he killed many asuras. But when Krishna came, and he was a very like devoted to this Banasur was devoted to Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva came for his rescue. And when he came for his rescue, he cut off he had 1,000 arms given by Lord Shiva. Most of the demons are worshippers of Lord Shiva. It's not that Lord Shiva is very kind, and to the even demons and ghosts and goblins and bhutas and chodels and pishachas, and so he gives shelter of them. Otherwise, who will give shelter? And gradually they get purified, and then Lord Shiva advises them to chant the holy name of Lord Ram or Lord Krishna, and they do so. But it may take many lifetimes, or they may never come back. So Banasur's 1,000 arms, 998 were cut off. Then Lord Shiva requested that please protect my devotee, don't cut off his remaining. So he did not. And that was the promise was given anyway, that the descendant will never be killed. Prahlad Maharaj was given that by Krishna. So he protected him, and that way they both parties, they get married, Usha and Aniruddha, and they return back to Dwarka. So in this way, So this when I okay. So now we'll read text number 38. It disappears if we is- stop for some time. Asam prana parip sunam vidhe videyam abhayam ime एतावान ही प्रभोर अर्थो यद दीन परिपालनम. It is my duty to give protection and safety to all living entity. That is Lord Shiva is thinking when this big ocean means it was ocean full, means it was not ordinary. This milk ocean is very huge. It's above, means its diameter is more than Atlantic or Pacific or all you put together, and safety to all living entities is struggling for existence. Certainly, it is the duty of the master to protect his suffering dependent. So, if we become dependent, Krishna will naturally protect us. But we want to do our own, and Krishna let us do because of the misuse of the independence. We are misused. We are in this material world and we are fallen and suffering. But if we remember that we are all children of Krishna and as the mother protects the children, we will be protected. I wanted to cover many of those slokas because many places there is no purport either. And so text number Haribol. Text number 39. Pranat प्रणिनः पंति साधवः कृष्ण भंग रंगुरैः बद्ध वैरेषु भूतेषु मोहितेषु आत्ममायया. People in general being bewildered by the illusory energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is Maya, are always engaged in animosity towards one another. But devotees, even at the risk of their own temporary lives, try to save them. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. This is the characteristic of a Vaishnava. Para dukha dukhi. Seeing the others are suffering, they suffer and they try to mitigate the situation. A Vaishnava is always unhappy to see the conditioned souls unhappy. Otherwise, he would have no business teaching them how to become happy in materialistic life. People must certainly engage in activities of animosity. Materialistic life uh, is therefore compared to sansara davana, a blazing forest fire that automatically takes place. So sansara davana, so sansar is like a davana. It is a blazing fire where everybody, but nobody realizes. Trana, so who could give us that? Ghana, when the rainfall happens by the mercy of Krishna, so much rainfall that blazing fire could be extinguished. And it happens automatically, means this blazing fire in our life comes by our previous karma and our association, and whether we follow any principles, uh, any regulatory principles. If we don't follow, it is we are bringing our own karma. Krishna is always there to protect us, and he is doing it, even if we are fallen and go further away. Like even we are in hell, Krishna is with us to give us protection and give us instruction. As a bird, two birds sitting on a tree. So Lord Shiva uh, and his followers in the parampara system try to save people from the dangerous conditions of materialistic life. This is the duty of devotees following the principles of Lord Shiva and belonging to the Rudra Sampradaya. So there are 4 Sampradaya, and the Rudra Sampradaya is one of them because Lord Shiva, Rudra is the best of the Vaishnavas. Vaishnava Nam Yatha Shambhu is the topmost of Vaishnava. We should never, oh, he is a demigod. He is not one of the demigod. He is much beyond that. He is topmost and is very close to Krishna, although it is one of the offenses in 10 offenses against the holy name, and that to be independent, but Shiva should not be understood as independent of Lord Krishna. As part of Krishna, as serving Krishna, like Lord Shiva serves the most. He drank all this poison to save and kept it in his neck all the life, even now also. And Mother Parvati immediately agreed, yes, you should protect so many living beings. Indeed, as we shall see, Lord Shiva drank all the poison for the benefit of humanity. You may say that how he drank such a big ocean. So by he's so powerful, he concentrated that close to the, he concentrated that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Christine with your nurse. Okay.
Okay.
Check takes. I'm just gonna write
So
the.
I gotta plug this one because remember, usually run out of battery.
Okay.
Okay. Have a good day, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
The back soon, okay?
So he concentrated all that poison, ocean full of poison, in his palm, and then drank that. And still, because it is so poisonous that even one drop of it, that all the snakes and all the scorpion and other animals, poisonous animals, they took just one drop of that and they still emit that poison even now. So you could imagine that how strong that poison was. But Lord Shiva drank that for the benefit of all the humanity and for a dukha dukhi. That is the duty of all the Vaishnavas. And they should do that. Shah, this is text number 40. Kripayato bhadre sarvatma priyate harihi प्रीते हरौ भगवती प्रियेहम सचराचरः तस्माद् इदं गरं भुञ्जे प्रजानां स्वस्तिर् अस्तु मे. My dear gentle wife, so he is asking Bhavani, Sati. Bhavani, so Sati and Parvati, they are different. Sati is the daughter of Daksha Prajapati. And Parvati ji, who was married later on, Himalaya's daughter. So, my dear gentle wife, Bhavani, when one performs benevolent activities for others, benevolent means beneficial activity. For others, the supreme personality of Godhead, Hari, is very much pleased. If Hari is pleased, then our life is successful because our whole duty is to please the Supreme Lord and serve His lotus feet. And when the Lord is pleased, I am also pleased, along with all other living creatures. Therefore, so this is Lord Shiva is saying, therefore let me drink this poison for all the living entities. May thus become happy because of me. So we'll be reading text number 41. This was 41 that we'll be reading. एवं अमन्त्र्य भगवन् भवानीं भावनः तद्विश्वं जगधुम् अरेभे प्रभवः ज्ञानवमोदरत्. Srila Shukdev Goswami continued. After informing Bhavani in this way, Lord Shiva began to drink the poison. And Bhavani, who knew perfectly well the capabilities of Lord Shiva, gave him her permission to do so. Text number 42. Tatha Ratali Kratye Vyapi Halahala Hala Visham Abhakshayan Mahadevah Krapaya Bhuta Bhavanah. Thereafter, Lord Shiva, who is dedicated to auspicious benevolent work for humanity, compassionately took the whole quantity of poison in his palm and drank it. So this is Srila Prabhupada's purport. Although there was such a great quantity of poison that is spread all over the universe, Lord Shiva had such great power that he reduced the poison to a small quantity so that he could hold it in his palm. One should not try to imitate Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva can do whatever he likes, but those who try to imitate Lord Shiva by smoking ganja and other poisonous things will certainly be killed because of such activities. So certain activities are meant only for Supreme Lord or his great devotees like Lord Shiva, but it should not be imitated. People they try that, oh, Krishna has married, so we could also marry few more, not just one, not satisfied. Or Krishna, I mean, so many he stole this, but you have to see that Krishna has at seven. What who is he? We do not understand, and that's why we do so much aparad at the lotus feet of Krishna and his devotees. And like sun could go to a filthy place and he purifies that. But we cannot go to the filthy place and purify it. So all the great personalities should never be imitated or followed in that way. Krishna was 7 days old. He killed Putna. He gave her, and she is such a compassionate that he gave her the position of his mother. Or Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill when he was hardly 7 years old. So ask them to uh, pick up some small big pebble of maybe couple tons and just lift it up. It's not possible for the people in general. What they talk about uh, negative things, it is not negative. Krishna has power. You have to test anybody. You should not accept uh, that he is the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is Supreme Lord. So imitation should not be done. Compassion should be there. There are troubles in following scriptural injunction, but one should like wake up early. People are lazy. Manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya padruta. One should not uh, remain on a mental concoction, but should follow the scriptural injunction and follow the devotees who are in devotional service. There are always rules and regulations, whether in material world or spiritual world. So we will take to the next verse. I want to finish this full chapter. Tashapi darshayam asha swaviryam jalak kalmashaha yach chakra 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 gale neelam tachya sadhor vibhushanam. As if in defamation, the poison born from the ocean of milk manifested its potency by making Lord Shiva's neck with a bluish line. That line, however, is now accepted as an ornament of the Lord. So if it becomes ornament. Any austerity you do for Krishna, or the people in general, that becomes an ornament. But if you try to hurt or anybody, then naturally it will be not only negative, but you would never get the favor of the Supreme Lord. You want to get the favor, want to go back home, back to Godhead. So that is all possible only by paradukha dukhi. If somebody is suffering, then try to help them. Somebody like even animals, they also help a human being, or human being helps. So there should be relationship with all the jivas, not just human to human, but any jiva who is suffering, that should be taken care of by the humanity or anyone who can do that. And you should go out of your way to do that. Prapyante lokatapena sadhavah tayaso janaham param ardhanam tadhi purushasya dhi lat manaha lad manaha. So it is said that great personalities almost always accept voluntary suffering, even if you are suffering, like you know Ranti Dev and so many, that how they suffered and still they give some another person suffering came. Even the animals, they give their last remnant to these people. Suffering because of the suffering of people in general. So voluntarily they suffer to relieve them their suffering. This is considered the highest method of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is present in everyone's heart. This Paramatma, he is in everyone's heart, and we should try to serve them, help them, relieve their whatever they're suffering. Then Krishna would be happy, because we are, everybody are his children, and if the children are happy, the mother or father becomes very happy. Here is an explanation of how those engaged in activities for the welfare of others are very quickly recognized by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 18:68-69, Yaidam paramam guhyam vad bhakteshu abhi abhidashyat ahidashyati nacha tasman manusheshu kashin me priyatkratamah. One who preaches the message of Bhagavad Gita to my devotees is most dear to me. It's Bhagavad Gita should be preached every day. There should be some Bhagavad Gita classes. Prabhupada started it in the evening when newer people come. Bhagavad Gita in the morning, the devotees, there should be Srimad Bhagavatam. No one can excel him in satisfying me by worship. So just worshipping cannot satisfy Krishna. He wants more than just worshipping him. That is your selfishness that you want to do that. So that's why they are counted as beginners, in the like Paramhansa, then Madhyam Adhikari and Nimna Adhikari. There are different kinds of welfare activities in this material world, but the supreme welfare activity is the spreading of Krishna consciousness. That is Jiva Daya, is that you help other jivas by bringing them to Krishna's lotus feet. Then naturally Krishna would be very, very happy. Just giving them temporary food, shelter, medicines, that is not enough. So one should help them by making them Krishna conscious. So this is the highest welfare activity, is to help the suffering. If this other welfare activities cannot be effective for the laws of nature, and the result of karma cannot be checked. It is by destiny or the laws of karma that one must suffer or enjoy. For instance, if one is given a court order, he must accept it, whether it brings suffering or profit. Similarly, everyone is under obligations to karma, and its reactions. No one can change this. Therefore, the Shastra says, the Shaiva Hetava Prayateta Kovido na labhyate yad Brahmatam upariya adha. One should endeavor for that which is never obtained by wandering up and down the universe, a result of the reactions of karma. What is that? One should endeavor to become Krishna conscious. If one tries to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world, he should be understood to be performing the best welfare activity. The Lord is automatically very pleased with him. If the Lord is pleased with him, what is left for him to achieve? If one has been recognized by the Lord, even if he does not ask the Lord for anything, the Lord who is within everyone's supplies him whatever he wants. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Tesham Bhagavad Gita. Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahmya. Again, as stated, Yogakshema. Yoga means union, and Kshema means whatever is their protection. So he takes care of that for his duties. So my duty never perishes. Again, is stated here, Trapyante Lokatapena Sadhava Prayasojana. The welfare activities raising people to the platform of Krishna consciousness. That is the real welfare activity that become devotees. That's why book distribution and prachar is so much necessary, so much in need, and Prabhupada gives so much attention to book distribution, book printing. And Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj also said that rather than the temples and you fight which room, which will take, better to break the marbles and sell them and print books and distribute. That will make more better duties. So anyway, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj and they all insisted. It was a very, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted that every town and village my name would spread, but that was, people were talking, God brothers of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj disciples are, they were also thinking, who will be able to do that? Is it Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not do that, and following them did not do that. Who will be able to do that? And then one man who was sitting there, a businessman, in T-shirt or others, he said that what is written is correct. They were not believing. But how the Lord's words could be wrong? The Lord is predicting something to happen, then it will happen. If it is in the Shastra and Lord is saying that, so all these our Shastra is spoken by the Lord, and that will Trapyante Lokatapena Sadhava Prayasojana. The welfare activity is raising people to platform of Krishna, to the platform of Krishna consciousness. Since the conditioned souls are suffering only for want of Krishna consciousness, the Lord himself also comes to mitigate suffering of the humanity. He is coming on this Bhagavatam verses, devotees coming together, and so many vratas, so many dhams, so many rivers, so many books, so many devotees. It's all Krishna's, by the arrangement of Krishna. all these things are happening. Our this classes by Zoom, that is all Krishna's arrangement, and we should take it seriously. One should always hear Bhagavatam, and that is also a communication between the devotees, because they could ask questions, they could talk about and Krishna and glorify Krishna. That is what is necessary, and so that is our. So Krishna comes whenever there is decline in the capacity. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sajamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkratam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in the religious practice, O descendant of Bharat, and a predominant rise of irreligious, and at that time I descend myself to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium. Bhagavad Gita 4, 7 and 8, 2 verses. All the Shastras conclude, therefore, that spreading the Krishna consciousness movement is the best welfare activity in the world, because of the ultimate benefit this bestows upon people in general. The Lord very quickly recognizes a service performed by a devotee. So this is Prabhupada and everybody who, because it was predicted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Pratyute Ate Achin Nagradigram Sarvatra Prachar Vavi. But Prabhupada taking so much, hardly sleeping 2 hours, 2.5 hours, he took this Krishna consciousness to every nook and corner of the world. It is not an easy task. What he did at for to fulfill the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And every devotee should do that. If just one person could do that, then why not other people should do the same thing? And even whatever their capacities, they should do that. Like when you donate, if a millionaire is donating, then naturally $1 million may not be as a beggar is giving his some pennies. That is even more greater, because heart should be there. What he is keeping, that is important. Nishamya karma touch chambor dev deva devasya midhusha prajad dakshaya daksh dakshayani brahma vaikuntha vaikuntha sasma sire. Upon hearing of the act, everyone, including Bhavani, the daughter of Maharaj Daksha, Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and the people in general, very highly praised this deed performed by Lord Shiva, who is worshipped by the demigods, and who bestows benedictions upon the people, upon the people. So much benevolent Lord Shiva. So it's not that how he became the greatest, and why. So people, Vaishnava should go to the Lord Shiva's temples, pray for mercy, that by your mercy I could become a nice devotee, I could chant more properly, or I could, my mind could be, because he's easily pleased. So there is nothing harm in going to Lord Shiva's temple. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, wherever he went to Lord Shiva temple, and Shiva is one of the, not that they are Shaivaist and we are Krishnaist, then we should not go to Shiva temple. We should pay our respect to Lord Shiva. So just few more verses. I don't have the book, I don't have glasses. That's why please forgive me for my coming delay and not being well prepared in the place. I'm still sitting in the hospital bed and giving the class. But I'm very happy that you are giving me time and that my mind could be focused on Krishna and we could read together. Text number 46. Prashkanam pitavat paner yat kinchis jagrahu smatat vrashchikatah titah vishaya विषोषाध्यायो दंड शुकः चये परे scorpion, cobras, poisonous drugs, and other animals whose bites are poisonous took the opportunity to drink whatever little poison had fallen and scattered from Lord Shiva's hand while he was drinking. Mosquitoes, jackals, dogs, and other varieties of dandasuk are animals whose bites are poisonous. Drank the poison of the Samudra Manthan, the churned ocean, since it was available after it fell from the palm of Lord Shiva. Thus, end the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the 8th canto, 7th chapter of Srimad Bhagvatam, entitled Lord Shiva saves the universe by drinking poison. And so this is the end of this particular chapter. So we learn that how to become paradukha dukhi, or how we could be taking trouble for the other living beings, and by donating your hard-earned money, not attaching to the money, and that should be done. It was so nice arrangement in the past. You are brahmachari, you become a nice grahastha, you detach yourself usually, at the end take complete renunciation, not getting attached.
Yeah. I think
Not getting attached to anyone, anybody.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, quick question. Phlebotomy was mentioning, did you refuse your labs?
I did not refuse. I was just
They can
washing.
come back.
Yeah, in 10-15 minutes.
Well, they have to come as soon as they.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell them to come back now.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. So, Hare Krishna. The lab is coming to draw some blood work. So if there is any quick question, then we can discuss.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Mandarat Pranam to you, Shubhprabhat ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Please don't say apologies to us, Maharaj. You're still giving the class, being in the hospital, which I don't think any of our speakers would have done that. So, your dedication is like, is a lesson for us, for our life, that even in the situation in the hospital, still you're desiring to, give the class to us. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for this. Mandarat Pranam to you. Maharaj, just the last portion about mosquitoes and all. Is it because they drank the poison that they have that, the Scorpios and stuff like that? They have poison in them and they trouble human beings, living entities?
But this poison they drank from this churning the milk ocean, there was so much poison. Some poison came out of the hands, like he put in his palm and drank it. So naturally, when you drink by the hand, in between the fingers and thumb, and some poison, it fell down, even if you are very careful. So so that poison was drank by this insects and people like snakes and scorpions and even others. They drank that, and so that way there would be a balance. People would be afraid of some going something. This is all Krishna's arrangement. He has made 8.4 million species of life. So it is, some are poisonous, some are devotees, some are good. This is all about because of our karma and what kind of activity we do. So Krishna arranges them to come and uh, arrange these four varnas. That is already, it's naturally four varnas are there. So this low class animals and insects, they did drink that, and people imitate Lord Shiva that, oh, he drank poison, at least we could take some ganja or bham or afim. But so then why don't they take some poison directly? So it is nonsense to talk what these great people do. We should not imitate it any time. We should just follow in their footsteps or instruction, not what they do, because we are not capable of doing that. We will remain as human being, not human being all the time. 8.4 million species, like species of life, and people have taken, like you are saying that I am from the hospital. That is, it gives me a great incentive to read Bhagavatam, and yeah, so my mind does not dwell in your suffering, but it goes to Krishna. So if our mind is on Krishna, naturally you don't dwell on your suffering all the time, and that also gets better quicker, and you could tolerate that very easily. So anyway, devotee have gone so much with trouble in like going to Russia and China and uh, certain Muslim countries, and how they were preaching. It's not a easy, uh, not a easier pleasurable trip, but they do, and hardly wake up. I have seen that devotees have, like New Vrindavan temple, and devotees going, and how much trouble that they have taken. So everybody has to take certain trouble, and then we would be free forever.
You didn't have wives?
Uh, So, any other comments or questions? Hare Krishna. Hello, is it we are cut off? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Prabhuji, we are hearing you. I think Mataji is not hearing, something like that. I think we can finish the class.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you so much. No, I heard.
Okay.
I think
Hare
Maharaj.
Krishna Maharaj, Pranam Prabhupada. I
Hare
think,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, for guiding me what words, when, where. So,
No, Maharaj, this is my job, this is my responsibility. But Maharaj, thank you so much. I know that the atmosphere in hospital is completely different. It's not very sattvic, but you're still trying to make it positive there. So thank you, Maharaj.
thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you all the devotees who have sacrificed their time, and that should be done. Some sacrifice has to be there in human life. So I thank from heart, bottom of my heart, to everybody who have attended and who will attend in future. Thanks, Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
So we'll
Maharaj,
just
for wonderful association. And Rupini Padmavataji, shall we just pray for early recovery of Maharaj by saying Hare Krishna Mahamantra?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Ram, Hare Hare.
by reading from the hospital, the atmosphere becomes better. The devotees, the people suffering. Some one man did a little pious activity, not pious activity, and he went to but he was very sinful all of his life. So what happened when he went to he said that let me just suffer for my sinful activity. So all the people there, they felt relief because the cold cool air was going to these people who were suffering and burning. So they asked him that please stay a little longer. So he said that I will give up my whole, whatever I have done, but I will stay here forever and let my all the piety go to all these people so they could get relief. So gradually, not only all the people who were in the Nark Lok, they all got relief and then that means they were liberated. And the devotee, the demigods, they were showering flowers on him. So this पर दुख दुखी वैष्णव जन को कहने कहिए जे पीर पर आई जाने रे, knows who understands the suffering of the others. So anyway, one should help others to become a devotee. If they are so much demoniac, then don't waste their time. And Krishna says that, but is otherwise still the devotees, they try to relieve him from his suffering. And if they could, and who knows who will be able to change their mentality. So all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you,
Srimad
Maharaj.
Bhagavatam
Thank
ki
you.
jai. Thank you, Maharaj.
Maharaj.
His Grace Shami Krishi Maharaj ki
Jai.
Open
jai.
to
Gaur Bhakta ki jai.
come out
Jai.
as
Jai.
soon as possible. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.